The number one moment at SkyDome took place on October 23, 1993. In 1992, the Toronto Blue Jays made history by becoming the first Major League Baseball team outside the United States to play in and win a World Series. In 1993, they attempted to defend their title and reach the World Series again, this time playing against the Philadelphia Phillies, who were looking to win their first title in 13 years. The '93 series wouldn't be as dramatic overall as its predecessor or have as much late-inning drama, but its conclusion would still make it a series to remember. For the first 5 games, the series belonged to the offense, with both teams scoring fewer than 4 runs, a combined total of 1 time in the first 4 games, which included the epic Game 4, where both teams combined for 29 runs. After a classic pitcher's duel in Game 5, which was just the beginning for NLCS MVP Curt Schilling's postseason legacy, the series shifted back to Toronto for a classic Game 6. 52,195 fans flocked to SkyDome, hoping to see the Blue Jays defend their title. ALCS MVP and postseason legacy Dave Stewart started for the Blue Jays, hoping to atone for a poor start in Game 2. The fans were ready and would have a lot to cheer about early on when the Blue Jays scored 3 runs in the first inning. Stewart would cruise through 6 innings, limiting the Phillies to 1 run, and after the Blue Jays scored what looked to be a couple of insurance runs, the fans were sensing a second straight World Series title with 9 outs to go. But the Phillies had other plans. In Game 4, they were 4 outs away from evening up the series and at one point led by 5 runs, before the bullpen gave it up. In this game, it was the Phillies' turn. Kevin Stalker led off the top of the 7th with a walk, and following a single, Lenny Dykstra homered to narrow the lead to 1, which chased Stewart. Danny Cox came in to try to put out the fire. He gave up a single to Mariano Duncan, and after a strikeout, Duncan stole second, and Dave Hollins would drive him in to tie the game. The Phillies would then load the bases, chasing Cox. Al Leiter would come in and give up a sacrifice fly to Pete Incaviglia, giving the Phillies a 6-5 lead and putting them within 9 outs of forcing a Game 7. The score would remain 6-5 in the bottom of the 8th, when the Blue Jays would get the tying run into scoring position with 2 outs. A hit by pitch and a walk later, reigning World Series MVP Pat Borders came up to the plate with a chance to be a hero again, but would pop up. But even though the Blue Jays left the bases loaded in the 8th, it ended up favoring them because it would bring up the top of the order in the 9th. In the bottom of the 9th, the score remained 6-5 with Mitch Williams on the mound, looking to atone for his blown save in Game 4. He gave up a hit to lead-off man Ricky Henderson, bringing the winning run to the plate. After a fly ball out, the man of steel remained at first base with the possibility of a double play ball ending the game. Series MVP Paul Molitor came up to the plate and stated in a later interview that he wasn't looking for a game-winning hit, but was looking to keep the inning alive. He would do that when lining a single to center and moving Henderson to second. With both the tying run and winning runs on base, Joe Carter, one of the premier run producers in his day, came to the plate. In the previous 2 postseason series he had played in, he was involved in the final play of the series, and this game would be no exception. He hit a low line drive toward left field, and at first the ball looked like it was going to be caught or hit off the wall, but the ball kept carrying. Inky chased after it and climbed the wall but had no chance of catching it as the ball flew over the fence, giving the Blue Jays their 2nd straight World Series championship and 2nd in franchise history. The home run made Carter the first player in American League history to hit a World Series-ending home run, and the first overall to do it since Bill Mazeroski of the Pirates in 1960, who was the only other player to accomplish this feat. Carter's shot was also the first home run to win a World Series while the winning team was trailing. Joe Carter would finish his beautiful career with 396 home runs, 1,445 runs batted in, 10 100 RBI seasons, 2 Silver Slugger awards, and 4 All-Star appearances, but he would be best remembered for his home run that won the 1993 World Series. And in 2006, he was voted by fans in Major League Baseball's Hometown Heroes program as the face of the Toronto Blue Jays.